This video is how to use JitoSOL to stake your Solana. I'll show you which wallets are available to use and then how to actually go ahead and use this application to swap your SOL tokens into JitoSOL so that we can get the staking rewards that Solana pays us. I'll leave timestamps for everything below. The first thing is we need to connect a wallet. So which wallets are available to use? Now, Phantom is really the main Solana wallet. However, you don't need to use this. Any wallet that supports using the Solana blockchain, you can go ahead and use JitoSOL. So if you press Wallet Connect or the other options, any wallet that supports the Solana blockchain, like Trust Wallet, Coinbase Wallet, Binance Web3 Wallet, OKX Wallet, they're all going to be able to be connected and you can use Jito with them. So you don't need a separate Phantom wallet. So from here, I'm going to connect wallet. I will show you with Phantom. So that's connected. And then from right here, we can go ahead and use the application itself to get some SOL tokens and swap them into JitoSOL. Before swapping our SOL into JitoSOL, what exactly are we doing right here? So Jito is a project very closely associated with the Solana Foundation. So essentially, we're giving our SOL to them and they're staking on the blockchain. And then the blockchain rewards come back to us. So they're providing a validator service, very, very normal, and they're taking a small percentage of the staking rewards for doing that, passing the rest back to us. However, what they also do is run what's known as MEV, which is maximal extractable value. It's basically a way to front run trades and make extra money from the trades and everything that's happening on Solana. So if people are trading on DEXs, or they want to actually pay a priority fee to get in front of other traders, then Jito allows them to pay for that and they earn extra on top. So there's two ways we're earning the yield, right? So one is staking and one is Jito as a project running MEV and earning some extra fees. Overall, the APY for right now anyway is around 7%. So if you're taking your SOL and giving it to the Jito project, they're running staking and MEV, they'll be giving you 7% in SOL back. That might be slightly higher than normal staking, right? Because they're running the MEV on top. Now, the other thing is that JitoSOL is actually a liquid staking token. This means that when we give our Solana tokens to Jito, they're going to give us JitoSOL back, and that represents our stake, and that's what we're earning the yield on and the fees. But this token is liquid. It's just like any other token. So you can send it to another wallet, you can trade out of it, you can use it in DeFi, but you're always gaining those rewards. That's different than staking Solana directly on validators, for example, through the Phantom wallet, because when you stake Solana, you essentially lock it up, which means you're staking it, it's locked, it's earning rewards, but you can't do anything with it at all. You have to actually unstake it, wait for that, get that back in your wallet, and then do something with it. So JitoSOL is liquid. You can send it around once you have it, and it earns the staking rewards and the MEV rewards. JitoSOL is what's known as an accumulating token. That means all of the yields that we're getting, the staking and the MEV, accrues to the token via a higher price than the Solana token. So of course, if we're giving our Solana token over to the project, we are giving them an amount of value in SOL. Now, obviously, the JitoSOL token has 7% yield right now. How does it account for that? The price goes up versus SOL. So SOL is currently trading at 143, JitoSOL currently trading at 158. We need the SOL token as value to swap into JitoSOL. We also need to leave a little bit behind to pay for any gas fees that we may need to either unstake the JitoSOL, send it around, or trade out of it. So for right here, I'm going to click on receive in my wallet. I'm using Phantom, but any wallet that you can use the Solana blockchain on is going to allow for this. And then from here, I'm going to just get my receive address for Solana. So copy that, go to my Binance. I've got some Solana here that I've bought. So I'm going to withdraw this, paste in my wallet address. You can see it's auto matched to the Solana network, and then just choose any amount that you want to withdraw into your wallet so that you can stake it. If you want deposit and trading bonuses on Binance, Bybit, the other exchanges I use, check the links down in the description. If you're new on there, you can get some deposit and trading bonuses. Once we have some SOL in our wallet, we can very easily just switch it into JitoSOL. So we go to stake your staking SOL, and then put the amount that you want to stake in, whatever that may be. And then to receive, you want JitoSOL right here. So that is the staking token. And as you can see, the amount of SOL or JitoSOL that you'll get is lower than the amount of SOL that you're putting in. Why? Because this is an accumulating token. It's essentially like a closed-ended fund where there is an amount it's earning, and the delta is always going to be increasing versus Solana. So you're getting less JitoSOL, but the dollar amount is the same. The amount of value you're using is the same. So don't worry about that. Whatever you're putting in Solana, that amount of value is going to be swapped into the exact same amount of value in JitoSOL. It's just that the amount of tokens you're getting is lower. You can see the dollar amount is exactly the same here. So no issues. Now down here it says 1 JitoSOL is actually 1.11 SOL because you've already earned 11% over the normal SOL token by earning MEV and staking. You can see the network fee here is very small. Priority fee, you can turn this off. This is actually paying like an extra amount. This is essentially you paying Jito to get your transaction in before others. I don't want to do that. Tips active, I'll put low, that's fine. Well, you can just turn this off, right? You don't want to be paying too much because this is not a transaction you need to go through quickly. So just don't pay extra for it. So we're going to convert to JitoSOL. My wallet is connected here. So it's going to go through, check that I have the amount and that I can pay for the gas fee. It's going to show me the transaction right here. As long as you're happy with that, just press confirm in your wallet. Every wallet is going to be exactly the same like that. So it doesn't matter. As long as you've got enough of the SOL to actually invest and also to pay for gas fees, that's fine. This transaction has been submitted and there you go. So what I've done is I've taken that SOL token and I've put it into JitoSOL. So you should see now that I have a higher balance of Jito staked SOL. If you want to get out of your JitoSOL and unstake it back into SOL tokens because you want to just get out or sell, there's two ways to do this. The first one is unstaking and the second one is simply just trading out of them on a DEX. I'll show you unstaking first. So you press unstake here and then from here what we're actually doing is waiting for the unstaking process from the validators. So this is going to take some time. Now right here you can see there's an immediately option that is trading out. This is a delayed option which is waiting for the unstaking process officially on the Solana blockchain. So this may take a period of time depending on when the next epoch ends. In any case, choose how much JitoSOL that you want to swap out. You're going to be getting SOL tokens back. So for right here we can put an amount. And then it says, that's fine. This is how much SOL you're going to get back from the staking process. So from here, what we have to do is a few things. The first is press unstake SOL. And then it's got this three-step process because we're actually unstaking the SOL from the validator. So first is to press begin unstaking process. So I'm going to do that here. The second is to go to the page, the accounts page, and then we have to press another button, which is deactivate. From there, we have to wait until the actual unstaking happens, go into our wallet, and then withdraw the SOL into our wallet. From there, we can actually send it out of our wallet. So I'll show you how to do this. Press begin unstake process. So I did that, and we'll just wait for this to go through. And then from there, we can go over to the other page and press deactivate. So this is a transaction. So I'll press confirm, wait for this to go through. That's submitted, so that will go through. But this is the dashboard page that you saw in the second bullet point there. That transaction has gone through now, and I just refreshed the page on the dashboard, and you can see that here I've got an active stake balance, but it's not in JitoSOL anymore. So I am staking, and I need to withdraw from the validator. So you can press deactivate here, but if you go into your Phantom wallet, if you are using that, you actually see this in your Phantom wallet as well. So if I click Solana, you can see that the staking option right here shows that I'm actually staking SOL with a validator. So your stake right here, and this is with some validator, which is this one right here. So I'm actually just staking SOL now. I'm not using Jito. So if I want to unstake that, it's just the normal unstaking process. So press unstake, and you can do that through Phantom Wallet, and that's going to unstake. You can view the transaction. Once that's actually unstaked, you have to wait a period of time. From there, right, if I press close, what we're doing is waiting for that to deactivate. We're waiting for the next epoch to come through. Once that has been completely deactivated, then you can click on this and there should be an option here that says withdraw. So you'll click this. Down here it says you've unstaked successfully. Do you want to withdraw? Press withdraw. That withdraws from the validator and that puts the SOL back in your wallet as normal SOL. And then from there, that Solana, you can actually then send out of the wallet, trade for anything else, or do anything you want with it. If you're using much larger amounts, unstaking like this is the way to go and do things, because you're not going to get wrecked by trading on an exchange with trading fees or MEV or anything like that. So even though it takes longer, that's really the way you're going to get most back. Now, if you have smaller amounts or you just want to get something done quickly, you can actually just trade out of the token on a DEX, because this is a liquid token. So you can just trade it for SOL, you can trade it for USDC very easily within a few seconds. So you can do that right within Jito. So again, if you press unstake and then press an amount that you want to trade, it says immediately via Jupiter. Jupiter is a decentralized exchange or an aggregator. So what you're actually doing is just trading one for the other. So you can see here SOL. You can press unstake SOL here. And what's going to happen is it's actually going to trade on the exchange. Whatever the exchange rate is at the time, you can go ahead with that trade. Now, trading on an exchange means you're paying trading fees. And of course, you may get front run for the trades, which gets you a worse trade as well. You may get some slippage, especially if you're trading larger amounts. So for smaller amounts, this may be fine. For larger amounts, you may just think it's too much. If you want to go ahead, press confirm right here. You don't even have to go through to the Jupiter DEX. It just does it right for you. I'm going to cancel that. I'll just show you on the Jupiter DEX how this looks like. So jupiter.ag, again, I'll link it below. Connect your wallet, and then you can see I can actually swap this JitoSOL just like any other token. So JitoSOL, I have a balance here. I can swap it into SOL if I want, but I can swap it into USDC or something like that. Choose an amount that you want to trade, and then you can see exactly where it's going. So it's actually going through Radium, which is another exchange, and that's the best trade at the current time. Now from here, you just need to make sure that you're not getting ripped off for anything, because on an exchange, you don't know, are you getting ripped off? Are you getting big amounts of slippage or anything like that? So up here, slippage settings, auto is around 1%, which is actually quite a big slippage, especially if you're trading larger amounts, right? So just make sure that the slippage settings, if you want to change these, put them down, right? So I would say slippage around 0.3% should be more than enough for a token like JitoSOL into SOL, because they're basically the same thing. They should have a lot of liquidity. If you're getting ripped off for a higher slippage, that's not good. You don't want to spend too much and actually get wrecked, because all of this that you're paying is going to take out from the rewards that you've been getting in the JitoSOL. So yes, you can trade on a DEX, but it's going to be higher cost, especially for larger amounts. So you either unstake and wait a little bit or trade it out on a DEX like Jupiter. Because JitoSOL is a liquid staking token, we can also use it in DeFi. So what a lot of people do is take the liquid staking token like JitoSOL, take the base layer token like SOL, provide them as liquidity in a liquidity pool, and then get the trading fees from that pool. So you should be getting the staking rewards and MEV rewards from JitoSOL, and any trading fees that people pay to actually trade these tokens around. This is similar to what happens on Ethereum with staked ETH and the other liquid staking tokens here. So as an example, Camino is the liquidity pool on the Jito website that you can actually go. So if you look at Jito DeFi guide, it tells you where to provide liquidity. Now, providing liquidity is way more complex, and it definitely increases risk, because you're now using a liquidity pool, smart contracts there. You're using multiple platforms, the Jito token, and that's in a liquidity pool on another DEX, right? So the amount of complexity and risk is definitely going up here. The fees you get are also variable, dependent on how many people are trading and paying fees. Over time, it may not be worth the extra risk you're taking to get slightly more rewards. In any case, for right now, if you actually did this, you are getting around 13% APY, because there is a very small fees APY of 1.44%. plus the Jito rewards, which is actually kind of a boost or like an incentive right now. So without that incentive, it wouldn't be worth the risk to actually get these tiny rewards anyway. But because of these tokens being very similar, so SOL and JitoSOL, they're going to be the exact same price with the delta of what JitoSOL is earning each year, which is around 7% right now. Could be 8%, could be 10, could be 4, we don't know, that can change. But that's a small delta each year. Now that's good to provide liquidity for, because when you provide liquidity on a DEX, there is this thing called impermanent loss, which is when you provide liquidity, the two tokens have a ratio when you put them in. Now, as that ratio widens, there's actually a potential loss that you take when you take the tokens back out of the pool. That has to be taken away from the yields that you've received. But because these tokens are very, very similar in price, they're only going to have a delta of around 4 to 8% a year, as we've seen what JitoSOL earns. The impermanent loss is going to be, very, very, very small, basically irrelevant, as long as you're earning decent fees from the pool. So what you can do is actually not even use Jito at all. All you have to do is just deposit SOL. So on Camino, you'd connect your wallet up here, deposit SOL or JitoSOL, whichever one, and then you get a representation in your wallet of the amount of value that you're putting in this pool. As traders pay fees, you earn those fees. You're earning some rewards from the JitoSOL token that you have as well, because you have a ratio of these tokens. And the total reward right now is around 13%, but that's got boosted fees. So that is a way to use JitoSOL and earn yield from liquidity pools along with the Solana token. It is way more complex and it introduces many more risks, concentrated risk of this DEX. Something could go wrong there. And the fees are, potentially good, potentially not as good. It's much more simple, simply just to use JitoSOL to get those rewards. So that's up to the individual on if they just want to keep the things simple or, go a bit more degen within DeFi. I'll leave some videos down below on liquidity pools, some of the risks and benefits, wallets, and the exchange bonus links down in the description. I'm James with Manzi G. Cheers for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.